After being at anchor a couple of weeks, I decided it was time to get back to civilization and deal with a crucial boat problem. My friend Otto needed help.
Here's my Autopilot that I have to take apart. The mechanism, the muscle. That's what I heard, and that's the sound I don't like.
I went online and found someone who had a similar problem and followed his instructions. It was pretty easy to get to see what was wrong.
So obviously, this is the problem. The teeth here are all chipped away. So if I could just find this plastic piece, please, Ray Marine, if you can help me with this, it'd be awesome.
Back online to find a part, and that was the hardest part.
I'm stuck here in Marina La Gomera. It's really not a bad place to be stuck. It's on Gomera Island. And the reason why I'm stuck is because of the Autopilot. I'm looking for this part and I can't seem to find it. And I found somebody who said who could find it and contacted Ray Marine Spain. And they couldn't get this part. Now look at this part. I don't think it's such a big deal. You would think to have this part on stock, and it seems like it's made to wear out on purpose to be replaced. And you know what Ray Marine Spain said? Oh, we can't have the part, but we can deliver a new Autopilot for 2,183 euros. Are you really serious about that, Ray Marine? My Autopilot is in perfect running condition. That is the only little piece that's not working, and it's broken because of wear and tear, which is fine. That's normal. I have no problem with that. So meanwhile, I'm stuck here, but that's fine because since then I fixed a bunch of things on the boat, and I've got my tachometer working. I was clever enough to figure that out, you know, and it was just a connection that was off. And I'm pretty pleased with myself with that. Meanwhile, here, it is blistering winds, up to 35 knots. I mean, it's unbelievable here. I'm glad I'm just stuck here in this marina and not in anchor. So, you know, I'm making the best of it and doing a lot of work and fixing little things on Galopa and just waiting for this part from Ray Marine.
I waited a week for that answer and then contacted Dan the man in France. What a true friend he is. He contacted Ray Marine in France, got the part, and sent the package down. I just had to wait another week, so I went to talk to my pontoon neighbors. I was curious about what they did, and they offered to show me. This is Mike and Mark, sport fishermen. Mike owns a boat, Mark runs the charter fishing part. Both are English and been on La Gomera several years chasing prize fish such as bluefin tuna and marlin, both protected species. The outing begins with a stop to get live bait. Mackerel is a bluefin favorite. So we quickly harvest a couple dozen of these little guys before heading out to deep water, where the giant tuna feeds. Being sport fishermen, they must follow strict rules. They can catch the fish, but must release them. Except big-eyed tuna, which they can keep, but cannot sell. So there are days when the marina is a happy haven for sushi lovers. They use special fish hooks that cannot be swallowed and trapped inside the creature, but will only stick in their mouth cartilage. The hooks are made of a rapidly corrosive metal, which falls out within a few days. No harm done to the big fellas. Only commercial fishermen can keep and sell bluefin, which is during a very short season and in a limited quota. People from all over Europe come to fish the prize catch. It's costly, but for sport fishermen, getting a good fight with a bluefin or a marlin is high on their bucket list. Today, they decide to try the strait between La Gomera and Tenerife. There were reports of some solid bites.
out there as well.
You can keep those?
Yeah, we can kill them.
It's a tuna too?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Very good to eat.
Yeah?
We've had them over 140 kilo.
No shit.
See the teeth marking there from the other day? That's from Bluefin.
Wow.
And he dropped it. He had it in his mouth and dropped it. And 2 boats are already hooked up.
Oh yeah?
Fucking right.
On the way, we caught the sight of something quite extraordinary, a pod of orcas. Mark had been fishing here for nearly 10 years, out almost every day, and this was a first for him. Killer whales are rarely seen in the wild here in the Canaries, and for the three of us, that was already a good catch. The way to find tuna is to find birds flocking the surface. It usually means that the dolphins are hunting the fish that are being driven to the surface by the tuna far below. The dolphins are certainly here, so the tuna was somewhere in the depth.
So here we are with Mark and Mike, trying to catch some bluefin tuna. We're trying. We did see some orcas. That's pretty cool. But we're trying. It's not over until the fat lady sings.
Exactly right.
Right? Or the fat.
I've got the lures in the water.
That's right.
Now it's a waiting game. The water is baited with fish slop and hooks are garnered with the mackerel. They could feel the monsters below on their fish sounder, but no bites. So we moved. And we moved again, and again, and then we moved and moved again. Then Mike made lunch. Not so surprising as what was on the menu.
Mike's making tuna fish sandwiches. And we're trying to catch some. Thank you so much. Wow.
After a while, it was clear the fish were not biting. So Mark put away the live bait rods and put out lures to try to catch a big eye on a return. And we headed back across the acceleration zone.
Nice and peppy here in the acceleration zone, as usual. But this is nothing. This is tranquilo, as they say here. I've seen so much worse. But just a few minutes ago or an hour ago, there was absolutely no wind. And now we're back in the zone. Hopefully in the fish catching zone too. Whoa.
We didn't catch any fish, but I got a feel for what it's like to go through the zone on a motorboat, which is just as fun as on a sailboat and somewhat wetter. After a good salty dousing, we got back to La Gomera, soaked and empty-handed, but with a promise to go at it again very soon. These guys don't take defeat very kindly. We'll be back.
Coming.
What happened, guys?
Props.
Huh? Got stuck in a prop?